Welcome to CognitionChunks. This information is for entertainment only. I am not an astronomer. Astral Myths, Facts and Fables of the Night Sky as told by GPT. Episode 1, Andromeda. Facts. The Andromeda Galaxy is approximately 2.537 million light-years from Earth. Notable stars include Alpheratz, Merak, and Almach. Among the deep sky objects are Messier 32 and Messier 110, which are satellite galaxies, the Blue Snowball Nebula, and the open cluster NGC 752. The Andromeda Galaxy is the 31st entry in Charles Messier's catalog of deep sky objects, and is designated as Caldwell 23 in the Caldwell Catalog of Deep Sky Objects. It is notably considered one of the brightest Messier objects with an apparent magnitude of 3.4. Andromeda was one of the original 48 constellations formulated by Ptolemy in his 2nd century Almagest. The Andromeda Galaxy was recorded by Persian astronomer Abd al-Rahman al-Sufi in 964 AD, who described it as a small cloud. The first telescopic observation of Andromeda's spiral structure was made by William Parsons, 3rd Earl of Ross, in 1850. Andromeda's stars exhibit a metallicity gradient, with older metal-poor stars in the halo, and younger metal-rich stars in the disk. NGC 206 in the Andromeda Galaxy is one of the largest star-forming regions known. Andromeda contains around 460 globular clusters, similar to the Milky Way. In medieval Islamic astronomy, Andromeda was known as al-Marat al-Musalsalah, meaning the chained woman. The Arabs adopted many of the Greek constellations following the translation movement that began in the 8th century, which included texts from Hellenistic astronomy. The story of Andromeda, the constellation. Andromeda, named after the mythological princess Andromeda in Greek mythology around the 8th century BCE, is one of the 88 recognized constellations in the sky. The story of Andromeda is intricately linked to the tales of Perseus, Cassiopeia, Cetus, and Pegasus, forming a rich tapestry of interconnected myths that have been retold through generations. Historical stories and mythology. In Greek mythology, Andromeda was the daughter of Cepheus and Cassiopeia, king and queen of the kingdom of Ethiopia. Cassiopeia boasted that she or her daughter Andromeda was more beautiful than the Nereids, sea nymphs. Offended by this claim, Poseidon, the god of the sea, decided to punish the kingdom by sending a sea monster, Cetus, to ravage the coast. To appease the wrath of Poseidon and save their kingdom, Andromeda was chained to a rock as a sacrifice to Cetus. The hero Perseus, returning from slaying Medusa, encountered Andromeda and was struck by her beauty and plight. He engaged Cetus, saving Andromeda by using Medusa's head to turn the monster to stone. Perseus and Andromeda would later marry, linking their stories in the stars as Perseus, Cassiopeia, Cetus, and Andromeda are all adjacent constellations in the sky. Origin and meaning of the story. The myth of Andromeda reflects themes common in many ancient mythologies, including the hero's journey, the damsel in distress, divine punishment for hubris, and redemption through heroic deeds. The constellation Andromeda was named in her honor, immortalizing her story among the stars. The constellation itself, with its prominent Andromeda Galaxy, or M31, visible to the naked eye under dark skies, has been known since antiquity. The Andromeda Galaxy is one of the farthest objects visible to the naked eye, and is the nearest spiral galaxy to our Milky Way, making Andromeda a constellation of both mythological and astronomical significance. The stories surrounding the constellation Andromeda and its neighboring constellations have been a source of artistic and literary inspiration throughout history. They serve as a reminder of humanity's desire to ascribe meaning to the patterns in the night sky, weaving elaborate stories that connect us with the cosmos. Thank you for joining us for another Cognition Chunks. Please like and subscribe.